Waiting for Kenosha today, March 4th, 10 a.m. Yeah, okay. So you're good, huh?
The news and views expressed herein are the sole property of Kenosha Today. Certain portions of this program may be unsuitable for children, sensitive adults, small animals, and the general public. Viewer discretion is advised. 10 seconds to live.
10 seconds to live. It's for you, Ralphie.
4 words. You need a teleprompter?
Good morning, everybody. We're on.
Here. How about that, Elmo? It's been a long time coming. Are we? Is this taking?
There'll be a lag before it gets through the internet and back to if you're monitoring.
What about 2 hours?
Right. We're going to give this a try. There could be some rough spots trying to get this all figured out here.
Anyway, Good morning, everybody. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the March 14th edition of the all-new and maybe improved
There is a big lag.
Kenosha Today Weekly Report. We are coming to you live and local, literally this morning, from the Barter Manor studio. And for our very first is what we hope to be many more, not only from here, but going out into the community. Again, we are streaming live and booming across the cool and damp cornfields of the Midwest.
Through the interweb.
To the interweb. And you know, we went from 1.4 million listeners residing in the AM.
Two now you got.
Hey!
We have now, can you phantom this?
Billions of possible viewers.
Across the planet. So for all our listeners in China, don't worry about the disease. You're quarantined anyway, so get over it. We are being brought to you this morning by our major sponsors, Barter's Financial Planning Services, Union Park Tavern, along with a host of other very fine local businesses. With us this morning, the Wizard of Union Park. Oh, sorry, I don't know if I touched you.
I bathed this morning. Come on.
I haven't.
I showered. Okay.
We'll get into this. You know, kind of the Wizard of Union Park Tavern, Elmo Schneider, embraces us this morning.
Good morning, everybody.
As we embark on our new live streaming. Last time I streamed in this neighborhood, it was in the bushes at one time. Now I know how Chris Columbus felt, Elmo, after he smoothed up to Queen Isabella. He said, we know where we've been, we don't know where we're going or how we're going to get there. So it's kind of exciting to do something new.
Hopefully my laptop don't catch on fire. I may need a more powerful computer to do this.
I may have insurance problems.
Yep.
You know, whatever juices I do have left at this point in my life. This is really fascinating because as we talked 3 weeks ago on our last show on WLAP, and God love those people. They're all moving apparently another week down to Gurney Mills. And, you know, we went down there and we saw it's going to be a magnificent facility. But we just thought we would try this because basically AM radio is
in decline.
And, you know,
this is what's the wave of the future.
It's probably the future now.
The future is scary. Yes, it sure is.
Well, for older people that don't have, well, they all have cell phones, I'm sure, but, you know, they just would soon plug in the radio button. Here, all you got to do is go to YouTube.
Yep.
Put in Kenosha Today, and here you are.
Or KenoshaToday.com. You can get a link through there. Yep.
And but we made a commitment to stay here live and local. We're both raised in Kenosha. Both got married in Kenosha.
Both got divorced in Kenosha.
Had kids in Kenosha, you know. And the Spider Love joins us here at Camp Happy Face. And after about 15 years, Ronnie has decided to retire. And we'll get to him a little bit. But I appreciate all the work he did going back to the TV studio And I remember the first time I met him, we were at the boathouse for a football game, and some fat lady comes in with a cane, and he was sitting right where she was. I had a reservation, eating breakfast. She slaps that cane right on the table. He says, "Hey, baby." So anyway, also coming up this morning, we're looking forward to calling our favorite Gunga, the proud Prince of Pakistan. We're still working on a number where you can call us, but we can call you apparently. We'll see how that works.
There's enough work just to get this done for today,
Yeah.
so we'll
That's
have the
good.
phone hooked up next week, I hope. So.
For those that want to sponsor a Kenosha Today live show at your place of business or your house, give me a call, 262-652-6767. The price is $99, and the replay, will remember back in the radio days, we were stuck with a 1 o'clock on Sunday to 3 replay. Now you can replay this
Anytime you want.
So we're looking forward to, that's the purpose of us staying live and local, is to come into your business, have a little breakfast, brunch, and promote your business for the whole time. That will stay from Saturday from 10 to noon, stream live, and people can play.
Well, we could, if some business wants us to do it at a different time, we can do that too. It doesn't matter.
Well, actually,
We're unfettered by the binds of radio now, so we can come and do whatever we want. So
all right. And we also don't have to put up with the FCC, do we?
correct.
And anyway, that's
We do have to.
abide by YouTube rules.
Yep,
and
that's
Facebook
it,
rules,
so.
so we got that. And another new sponsor, Capco Web Design, is locally owned, and the web design is a development business here in Kenosha, specializing in website design, development, maintenance, sites, services, and support. Who actually, by the way, is currently developing the KenoshaToday.com. And for more information, you can call you can visit www.capowebdesign.com. And Emma, I'll let you talk about.
You said that wrong. DESIGN.
Must have. You got to call it. Well, some things never change, whether I'm on radio or you want to talk about the.
Sure, Union Park Tavern, 4520 8th Avenue in Kenosha. Great food, libations, everything. They got their big St. Patty's Day weekend going on right now, so stop on down. They had Lucky Charms cheesecake yesterday, which sounds pretty good. I didn't get to sample any of that yet. So, and what's going on there tonight? Oh, corned beef and cabbage from 3 until 9, and at 9 o'clock, the music of Old Junk. Some of the Crucianelli boys playing in that band there.
I don't even
And
wanna
tomorrow
go there.
tomorrow they got their great brunch, new expanded menu for that. They got an expanded Saturday menu too if you don't want the corned beef and cabbage today. With tenderloin steak sandwiches, of course, their roasted chicken, other chicken sandwiches, and salads for you that want to stay on the later side. That's all at Union Park Tavern, 4520 8th Avenue in Kenosha, open 365 days a year from 8 in the morning until legal bar closing time.
You know, we at some point in time in the very near future, we will be doing a live show at
From there,
Union Park,
right.
Probably in the next maybe 2-3 weeks, because they're starting a new breakfast program, right?
Yeah, if they can find a cook that sticks around, that's been the problem.
Well, you know, that's
they train the guy and he leaves. so.
that's everybody's problem. Finding a
Yep.
cook, probably I'm going to guess cost you $50,000 in salary, a good one. But that's usually a full-time one, and they have.
Yeah, that's for
created a
that's
little
for
different
a
thing,
master.
so,
I think
yeah.
this is just a short order cook. It's not going to be that.
And also KRS Painting Corporation, specializing in commercial, residential, both interior and exterior, also new construction painting and staining of all types, big or small. We paint it all with over.
You know, we
30
got to get a
years of
bell.
experience. I had 2 of them. Don't worry, I'm not going to touch it. Get the spray out. I had 2 of them, and with the possibility of moving last summer and fall, I threw out all this old Kenosha Today props, and there was 2 bells in there. So I have for the top 10.
Oh, there we go.
I got one of those babies, so we'll keep you active with that. And I said here, also, some things never change. After the 11 o'clock break, we will take about a 3-minute break at 11 o'clock.
Right.
Otherwise, we're going straight through.
Otherwise, I'll wet my pants.
I should have put it on a mat. And then
A gallon milk jug. You know what the?
Yeah.
That's out of lower half's out of camera range there. We got that sign graphic in the front, so nobody'd know the difference.
You know, talking about they can't see what's going on down here, which is a good thing, but, you know.
What's going on down here?
Well, there's nothing going on down here. But I understand when the new guys, the WLIP guys, go down to Gurney Mills, they're going to have a dress code.
That's right.
That's what I heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a certain personality was chastised and told he had to wear a clean shirt every day.
Oh, I bet you I know who that was.
Well, there was two of them. But anyway, after the 11 o'clock break, we will still have our top 10. And this week it's the top 10 signs. The Kenosha Today show is live and local on YouTube. So what about the recording of this? Is that kind of goofed up too then?
We're back on, I think.
Oh, it looks pretty good now. Sort of up to date. Not so much of a late. Scott's live streaming, playing with his shirt.
Playing with his shirt in there, okay.
It's working now. Okay.
All right, did a little tweak in there.
Yeah, we are back, and thank you for those 1,000 people that contacted us saying we had a little
See here now.
tweak, and that's what happens when you do something new. You know.
Yep.
We're going to have a comeback here, Spider. Very good morning to everybody. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to
That was
the
a sing word.
all-new March 14th edition of the award-winning Kenosha Today Weekly Report. It is 27 minutes after 10 here in the Kenosha.
Yeah, now, yeah.
That's where we're moving, huh?
Yeah.
We are streaming
We'll get
live.
this figured out.
Yeah. Look at your increasing. You got 6 from 2 to 6.
Hey, woo!
Wait till we get to the good stuff, Elmo.
All right.
Live and local coming to you this morning from the Barter Manor studio, here reaching out to billions and billions of people on the planet. And I don't get into this room much. It's a nice big family room. And, you know, Elmo, when we were setting this up here, there's some real dust issues.
Hasn't been cleaned in a while?
You
You
know,
need Mary Maids or something like that.
I think today's 2020. It might have been 04 maybe. Anyway, we're bringing you the most and up-to-date in news, weather, sports, and entertainment from here in the Kenosha Today Nation. This is our very first live streaming broadcast. And we invite everybody, the thousands and millions of people who have signed up and liked us on Facebook. And we are brought to you by our major sponsors, Barter's Financial Planning Services, Union Park Tavern, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. With us this morning, as always, the Wizard of Union Park Tavern, Elmo Schneider, is here.
Good morning, everyone.
And
Hopefully our video problems have been resolved.
Yeah,
So
no more warnings or that.
cool.
Will Robinson.
well, see,
Warning, warning, warning.
So what?
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
2,000 and then 720.
Yeah, I kicked it down to 1280 by 720 and then down to
What was it?
1368 by 768.
also joining us, every snot-nosed little kid's role model, the Spider Love, is here for the last time.
Hey.
Going to retire from being our video coordinator, operator.
I'll fill in.
15 years. And in training is little Mikey C. We don't want to say his last name because he's got kids. And, you know, I got to applaud him because he's going to fit right in here.
Oh, yeah.
Because he spent all yesterday afternoon at Sunnyside. So I can see there's a future in broadcasting for him.
Well, we were someplace else for a while, too. So
And again, hopefully next week we're working on getting a phone number. What's the deal with that? We wanted to get a certain number that was unique, but
yeah, we'll find out.
Okay.
So stay tuned for further developments.
what we do is we still want to have basically the same format. We're going to put some new things in, maybe delete some other things. And, with the chains off, we'll slip the bonds of AM radio because it's our view that AM radio is a thing of the past. And, you know, in the statistics that we looked up, only 10% of the people that are actually listening to anything, they're, especially AM radio, they're over 60 years old. And so they're used to just pushing the button. But everybody else, the young kids, like my...
We need to expand our demographic
Right.
here.
And all you have to do is do this, or
So as you know, you can find smartphone, TV, or smart TV, PC, any of that stuff. You can pick us up. And maybe once this thing gets going, we're going to look at syndicating. So we'll be on podcasts and other stuff like that. So
wow, syndicating Spider.
Yeah, call Gunga, see if.
Oh, okay. This now we don't have a phone number, but we are going to call our good friend Gunga.
see if he's watching.
Yeah.
It's pretty low.
This is kind of primitive, but
Little primitive here, but we'll get this all figured out. So.
Hola.
Gunga.
No, this is Numbnut.
Oh,
Numbnuts Patel.
Let me get Gunga.
Okay. Numbnuts.
This is Gunga.
Hey.
I've got one moment, please. I've got my pants down around my ankles, and I've got my hands full, if you know what I mean.
Ron, are we getting this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No, I'm afraid. Says, hey, Gunga, this is our first call that we made on our live stream, and we're thinking of you. And
Yeah, good.
when did you get
I
your
was
own?
thinking of you, too.
Yeah. When did you get your own? What do you call receptionist? Numbnuts.
Yes. No, he was just over we were drinking beer last night till about 2 in the morning.
Oh boy.
likes now. 3 likes, 3 likes.
We're-
Hey.
We started out with 9 likes, but then we had to tweak.
No, that
our
was viewers. So.
Viewers, and we had to tweak something, but almost got it all figured out. Are you listening or watching us?
I am not. I am currently counting my toilet paper.
So how's that working out for you?
Yeah.
I've cornered the market. I've got 20 cases of toilet paper, but I still prefer the old-fashioned way, my finger.
All right.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
Hey, we don't have to worry about the FCC. Only Channel 14 now. So.
Well, how do we look?
I cannot see you.
Oh.
My crystal ball is broken.
Oh, okay. So I haven't talked to you in a couple weeks. Are you still?
Good for you.
Better for you. Are you still trolling for old ladies out at Lake Geneva?
No, it's too cold yet.
Oh, you were out there in January.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
You called us.
No. In January? No.
Well, who was it that called us and said they were trolling for gray hairs out there?
Blue hairs.
Blue
yeah.
hairs.
But that was in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
You know, it's been 3 weeks and we haven't had a conversation with Shirley yet, so we're kind of traumatized with that deal. So.
Yep.
Now somebody's beeping.
She's holed
That's
up in the
right.
garage.
She's holed up in the garage. Hey, have you been past the new studio down there?
I have not.
I'm just curious if it was. They haven't moved yet.
No, they are going next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Well, you know, apparently there's going to be a dress code down there. So.
Yes, we have an undress code here.
Yes.
Yep.
Are you going to be at our conference this afternoon?
I will possibly try to make it.
Oh, good. Who,
I will be fully dressed though.
why would a 91900 number be calling me? Maybe I didn't pay the bill.
Yep.
That's correct.
All right.
Yeah, it's YouTube calling.
Yeah, it's you
Yeah,
two
yeah.
calling. What are you?
Not better than before. Obviously, the digital sound is much better than what you had in the analog capacity.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You know,
Oh yes, you sound like $1 million. Almost sexual.
now I know why there's 900 numbers calling me. So, are you serious? The sound does sound better. Well, you know that.
Certainly.
That's.
You sound much nicer.
And you know, I agree. I agree.
Much more intelligent.
He's somewhat, yeah.
That's because we're not. What'd you say? Analog.
You're
Yep.
Do that again. I just want to see the delay.
Hey,
Yeah, just a couple seconds.
Cool.
I had another question. Elmo was testing out the.
We were testing out the latency of the video stream here.
The
So
latency, yeah. We're going to have you on one of these weeks when we get to a place. I don't know why, but you know.
Couple miles.
Yeah.
That will be, you take full responsibility.
Hey, when you said you're cornering the market on toilet paper, how much you get in a roll? Because Barter Manor's going to be out here, in probably by the end of the week.
For you, $12
A roll?
a roll.
Is it the triple ply?
It is.
That's the executive quality there.
It's the one that the bear wipes his butt with.
Oh, all right. Well, do you have anything else that might be entertaining?
No, but if I come up with something, I'll call you.
Yeah, you could call me on my phone. It's
Sure.
supposed to be the same thing. I won't leave the ringer on, but I'll know if you're calling.
Sounds good.
All right. Talk to you later.
Thank you very much.
It's got a flash on the bottom that said encoding overload.
I'm a very what?
Consider turning down
Okay.
the video settings or using a faster
All right.
encode.
Call me after the 11 o'clock break, and we'll see how
But
if that
it
works.
seems to be working good.
Certainly.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well, he says that's working, I suppose.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to call me, there's nothing wrong giving my cell phone number out, right?
So that's at your own risk.
Well, what? Oh, wait. What if I use my business landline? Because that calls here. I don't care about my business.
You need a
line.
phone over here then.
No, it's call forwarded to here.
To
I don't
your
care.
cell phone?
It's called, yeah. All right, here's a number to call if you want to call. 262-652-6767. That's 262-652-6767. It goes to my landline and it's forwarded here. So, we'll see how that works out. Anyway, we're looking for a weather bunny, but I've never done the weather before, and Julie's too scared. You know,
Looks kind of cloudy out there today.
out there on the Kenosha Today weather deck.
Tonight's forecast, dark.
Yeah. Well, in all seriousness, it looks like it's going to be mid-30s today, and mostly cloudy, maybe a light chance of precipitation. And tomorrow, sun mixing in with clouds, sunny. And then Monday, partial sunshine, 47 degrees.
Tomorrow's
Looks
high when I get up.
like Spider tomorrow's high. Can they hear him if he says something? Probably not.
Well, I don't
Tomorrow's
know.
high when he gets up, but
The microphones here pick it up.
They do a little bit. Yeah.
uh-oh. This is Kenosha Today. Sammy?
Yes, sir.
Now you're on a live stream, so did you call and you want to tell Grandpa what a great job he's doing?
Yes, you're doing a fantastic job. Very entertaining.
This is not going to help you anymore in your will, or in my will. But do you know how to do the weather?
Do I know how to do the weather?
Yeah.
I mean, I can read the weather.
Then you're way overqualified. So, this might work out pretty good here, Elmo.
Yep.
So-
Well, no, we're gonna.
Well, we're going to get a different one, but what do you think of the show so far?
Sucks. Oh.
No. Don't listen. You didn't hear that, did you?
What?
What? Nothing. Somebody threw in a comment back there and just wanted to know if it made it over the air, and obviously it didn't. So, hey, now that you're off for 2 weeks. Oh wait, you're off indefinitely, right? Or is it
After
April
Easter,
6th?
I
3
think.
weeks.
3 weeks. So what are you going to be doing? You want me to come over and homeschool you?
Absolutely not.
Hey, your brothers wanted me some years ago. I've told this, so I won't going to tell it again. That they wanted me to homeschool them so they could go golfing every day, get a suntan, and drink soda every afternoon.
Yeah, well, I think I value my education more than they do.
Smart ass granddaughter. Well, maybe we have a new bit here, Elmo.
That's right. Yeah.
From the granddaughter's corner. I got a couple things we're gonna do later on. I was from they're called bedtime stories by Uncle Scotty. You
Oh, boy.
You don't want to hear those. Because that's like, did you see the disclaimer that Elmo put up there? This show could be too intense for youngsters like yourself.
Really? I think that I can
Just got an excellent connection report. So,
Was that Sammy?
It fluctuates.
I said I think that I'll be able to understand.
Are they still? It's still going to have. Well, what do you mean? This show is geared to 5th grade level. Oh, you're a junior.
I thought it was 3rd grade level.
Are you going to be in the band this summer?
I don't think there will be a band this summer, probably.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, because of the no travel ban KUSD.
Oh, yeah.
Go and do camp.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, so
Well, maybe it'll be lifted by then.
now Elmo used to go to band camps. Would you go for a week?
Yeah, about a week.
And his version of band camp better not be anything like your version of band camp. I'm telling you. You tell my boy Aladdin. He's gonna answer to me. That's not his name. Not Aladdin. What's his
Aladdin.
name? Aiden. Close enough. All right, Sammy. Well, I appreciate you calling, and now are you listed as a fan favorite here?
All right.
All right. Now, if for Grandpa to tell you to be a good girl, you'll hang on my every word, right?
We'll see.
Samantha. I don't want to have to come over there and have to do like I did to your mother.
The wooden spoon.
The wooden spoon. Yeah, you got it. How many times has she threatened you with that deal?
I got the soap, not the wooden spoon.
Oh, she got both. Well, maybe your aunt got the soap. All right. We'll talk to you later. Thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
All right, bye. What a little pistol she is.
Oh, boy.
little Miss Chatty Cathy there.
Yeah.
I guess I owe her big time for a couple other things.
Yep.
Who's 7 now, concurring?
Here, yeah, Uncle Scotty's bedtime stories. We'll get to that in a minute. But, all these sporting events being canceled, the tournaments and everything. Is that mine?
Yep. No, it's on his phone.
Do you think this country can live without sports? I mean, the day that sports stopped, basically, with the cancellations of all this
Everything.
stuff. And other than the money that's generated, like at a Miller Park or Wrigley Field, and all the arenas, the money that the NCAA lost by not having their tournament, it's probably into the billions.
Beer sales.
Oh, especially if you're a bookie in Las Vegas.
Yep.
It's not
That's
a
the other
happy
thing.
time.
No.
And
A lot of the casinos laid off a ton of people.
Yep.
yeah, so economically, they're going to feel. But to the average person, I don't watch pro basketball. The only time I ever watched that was when Michael Jordan was playing. I like watching the Brewers and the Cubs when they were playing, but the Cubs have gone to pay-per-view. So NASCAR,
Like bowling and badminton.
yeah.
Ping pong.
Bowling, badminton, ping pong. Now there's three I could get. I was a triple sports star in high school. But the Masters, the money they're losing,
Yep.
and that's not till the end of April. I thought that's too early to call, but I suppose they have to have some lead time for
Right.
sponsors. And
Well, they're going to postpone it. They're still going to have the tournament, but
Oh, yeah, that's
it'll be
right,
later in the year.
And Spider, I saw your picture, and they're having the NFL Combine down in Indianapolis this last week, and I saw you running the 40.
Oh, yeah.
They call that the Underwear Olympics.
Yeah.
4 point whatever.
What was this guy at the finish line doing with a sundial when he was timing it? And the other guy was on an egg timer with sand dial. All right. Man gets here. We can do this. This is Uncle Scotty's bedtime stories, and this is, dear Uncle Scotty. I have been married for 30 years. I still work full time. My husband is now retired. We have had issues during most of our marriage. Where have we heard this? Mainly concerning his not getting enough sex. A couple times a week isn't sufficient, so he claims. He's lucky it's a couple times a year. Got married 30 years. In the past, he looked at porn movies, and he likes taking pictures of me, but she doesn't want, in the seductive underwear. Anyway, she doesn't, then he gets angry, and her question to me is, and maybe you can chime in on this, after 30 years, she hasn't said like one good thing about this character. Isn't
No,
it
that's, yeah.
time to move on? Or
No.
put up or shut up, right? I mean, this is a very common thing for anybody that's been married any length of time. He's got no hobbies, and he's actually from Texas, so I'm amazed you're willing to
No
tell.
hobbies. I think I said he looked at porn.
Well, there you go. Hey, how about all of these? So we're going to try to embellish on little Scotty's bedtime stories.
Like Goldilocks and the Three Morons? Okay, is that
Hey, Spider, what are you doing Saturday mornings now? Instead of playing all your video games, not video games, but
I don't know. Once the weather's nice, I'll be
walking
in the pool.
in the pool. I got a text and a picture from our buddy K-Dog, who was down. They went to, I think it was San Diego, and then they went to Mexico, and he's now in Hawaii.
No, he's in a jail in Tijuana.
It's a jail in Tijuana. Let's see, do we have another call here? We do. 10:30. That wouldn't be her calling me back.
oh,
Oh no, Sammy. I'd already talked to her, I guess.
Yep.
Well, I heard something. At any rate, I got to work on my vibrator skills here.
uh-oh.
Oh, I forget. Why am I talking? My daughter's here. I should clean this up.
Yeah,
Well, here's anybody else.
she never
apparently.
did.
Why start now? Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Didn't listen growing up.
Now, here's another thing I don't understand. And it's about 14 minutes to the hour. The Kenosha County Division of Health announced that they're closing 2 clinics. Well, why would you be closing 2 clinics in this time of need? Why, keep them out and up and running. And which leads me to the other issue, apparently with the city council and some people have with what's the hospital downtown? Freighter South, which is the old Kenosha Hospital.
Right.
Now, clarify for the folks, because they're exactly what they're doing. They're just changing the emergency cardiac patients, right? So if you have an emergency and you're shot over in the hood, you still probably
You can still go down there,
You can
yep.
It's just if you have a heart attack, then you go to the other one, right? So it's not that big a thing. And then you got Alderman Bogdala, showboat, and it says, well, we just did this, put the new fire station over here. I don't know that has a whole lot to do with it. I mean,
No.
where else are they going to put it? But, and I think, let me know what you think, that, this is a business decision.
Right.
What is government doing at any level? Trying to tell a business, stay open, move, or go wherever. That's
Right.
And I don't think Freighter Hospital and Rick Schmidt get money from the city, do they? And they pay huge. Well, they don't pay taxes, do they? Because
They're not for profit.
on some parts of the building they do if they're in private. If some of the doctors are in, but the hospital doesn't. Remember, there was an issue.
I don't know.
And before we go to our break here, the residents packed this meeting, mainly seniors, about this new city's waste collection system. And this guy actually told the truth, the guy from the city, but he didn't kind of go all the way. He said the carts cost $500,000, and that they got grants for. But guess who's still anting up the other $7 million roughly
For the
for
trucks.
the trucks and the other stuff? You, me, and everybody here. And we were 3 years behind this anyway, right? So now you.
And I don't even have city garbage collection, so I don't have to worry about it. I have private collection where I live. So
But now everybody's going to get issued 2 of these things. And you overheard how they were going to distribute these?
they're going to have distribution centers, and you have to drive over and get them. Now, how are you going to get them home if those things are big?
Yeah, those big
96
boxes, you got little-
gallons, and you get 2 of them. And according to this guy from the city, they're all barcoded. So, one lady says, can I write my address on there? Well, it's got a barcode. But how in the world are you going to have, let's see, we got 100,000 people in the county, maybe 80,000 in the city.
Well, this is only the city.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to think. Well, they're ordering how many? I think it was 90-some thousand of these things. 66,000 new carts. And
So they figure 66,000, well, it wouldn't be households
about
because,
30,000.
well,
households,
then you have
you get
apartments
2
that have private collection, and some condos have private collection. So that would be basically 1 to 4 family residences.
Yeah. So they were going to have, I think, 4 more of these informational deals, and they canceled them because of the virus outbreak. Well, I think this could create a black market for garbage cans. I mean, I get 2, according to this. I'll sell 1 to
You
somebody.
need 1 for,
One for regular, one for recycling.
Right, that
That's
was
what it is. Yep. They got different colored lids on them.
So I don't have to worry about the blue bags.
Nope, they're going away.
Well, then you probably go to Sam's and Walmart or Amazon. They got blue bags for $1 a roll, I suppose. But I guess with the
They're not that, no, they're expensive, no.
the clear bags, I know the ones that I don't do it. I just you're not
Well, I had to go get some for my parents, and they were expensive. It was like,
There's only a couple places you can get them, right?
no, I think most grocery stores have them, so that's.
Plus, don't you get a coupon from the city
Yeah, they did.
if you
Yep.
to buy them? So,
I don't know.
at any rate, it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. Apparently, the city's been of Kenosha has been 3 years behind this because the landfills won't take our blue bag things, right? Or they're clogging something up.
The machines that they
Yeah.
run them through to
Yeah.
separate the.
So do you set the cans in the street then, or on the boulevard?
Well, just like you put them right where you put them now. The question was, do you put them on the boulevard?
Or the parkway, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you just put them at the end of the driveway. Or the cans, whichever. And I think your weeks still stay the same on your recycling weeks. So,
Yeah, that probably won't change.
but you don't have
But
to.
the other whole thing is, what if we get a big snowstorm or something? Isn't it easier?
It's easier.
You just
to
throw
put the bag-
throw the bag on the top of the snow pile and let them pick it up, rather than now you got to wheel this cart out there and it's going to
Look
be.
at my driveway, that thing gets away from me.
Yeah.
Runaway
It
garbage.
could cause a major fly down the driveway out into the road, cause a major accident out there.
You're gonna have to
Okay.
put chains on the wheels.
Snow tires.
This is gonna be a tough thing, I believe, for the seniors that are still living in their homes. You got a 96. That's probably bigger than some of these older people are.
Oh, yeah.
And then the weight, and then they got to pull that out. So there's gonna be they got to tweak this a little more.
Thing is though with that, you can get rid of anything in there. Because they don't see it, they don't lift it like it's too heavy.
Dead body,
Yeah, you can put anything in there.
I've got.
ex-wife.
Now we're not condoning that type of behavior. We get a call from YouTube. Although it's not a bad. No, we're just kidding. We're just kidding. Hey, if anybody wants to call us, 262-652-6767.
Six solid viewers right now.
6 solid viewers.
Hey,
Well, you can't get to the 1,000 unless you start at the bottom, right? Unlike our normal philosophy, and we start low and taper down from there. But hey, we got down to 2 now. We got
Drink all day.
things
that's
straightened out.
start in the morning. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you can't get drunk all day if you don't start in the morning, right? We're gonna take another break here. You know what we might do, Elmo, is why don't we take our 11 o'clock break now and come back and maybe we'll just wind this up at 11:30.
Sure.
Sound good? All right, we'll be back in 3 minutes or so.
Right. All right.
Oh, here we are. Good morning again, everybody. If you just joined us, this is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the March 14th Pick-to-Click edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report. It is just a couple minutes to the hour. We don't have to stay right on time as we did back in AM radio.
No hard breaks.
And it's a couple minutes before 11 here in the Kenosha Today Nation. And if you're just joining us in our little encounter group, we are broadcasting truly live and local from the Barter Manor studio here in our very first live stream.
Ooh, 8. You got 8.
Whoa,
We're on a roll here.
Ding, 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 ding.
If you want to call us, you can call 262-652-6767. Again, 262-652-6767, and we'll see if we've had a couple calls already.
Hopefully next week we'll have a vanity number.
And we had a couple calls, one from Gunga and one was a former granddaughter who's no longer in my will. So,
Oh, that was her. She hung up.
oh! No, this is just like the big scoreboard, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Anyway, we're gonna. All right, we'll see if this is a legitimate call, Elmo.
Okay.
Oh, it's a text.
Yep. Forget about it.
Yeah.
I did shut off the chat feature on YouTube, so people can't comment on there. And
Oh.
given the type of calls we got on the radio, I didn't think that would be a good idea to have that stuff appearing on YouTube. So it was,
Anyway, again, we're not going to Gurney Mills, as everybody probably knows by now, which they are supposed to go a week from Monday, and we decided to
Been hearing that for a while.
because of the.
hey, we don't even have to wear clean shirts doing this like they do down there.
No, yeah, we don't have a dress code, and because the
Pants.
camera doesn't go below, and you can't see what's really going on down here either. So, at any rate, we made a commitment to come to you live and local,
Live and local,
and we're brought
the
to you by
local yokels.
our major sponsors, Barter's Financial Planning Services and Union Park Tavern, along with a host of many other fine local businesses, which I will get to some right now. First of all, if you want to host your own show, it's $99. Give me a call, 262-652-6767. We'll come to your business or your house.
Your house, if you
And
want.
If
Yep.
you want to do it live at 10, we can do that, or we can do it at.
We can do it anytime you want,
Friday night.
really. So
And so we got that going for us, and also we've got KRS Painting Corporation, 262. I had bells. We lost the bell. Now we got this. Anyway, KRS Painting Corporation, specializing in commercial, residential, both interior, exterior, also new construction painting and staining of all types. Big or small, we paint it all with over 30 years of experience. Call Ron for a free estimate at 262-658-5029. And Capo Web Design is a locally owned web design development business here in Kenosha, specializing in website design, development, maintenance, site services, and support, who actually designed and is currently developing our KenoshaToday.com. So for more information, you can visit www.capowebdesign.com. How was that? Better.
hey,
All right. And, Union Park Tavern number.
Union Park Tavern, 4520 8th Avenue in Kenosha. Great food, libations, music, and always lots of fun. So, big St. Patty's Day bash going on there this weekend. Corned beef and cabbage there, starting at 3 this afternoon. And they're also having tomorrow corned beef and cabbage, 11 o'clock till they run out. Oh boy, Scott, tomorrow night they have Women in Motion Irish folk dancing at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock at night?
On St. Patrick's Day, yep.
Oh, that's way too.
Oh, corned beef and cabbage is St. Patrick's Day, excuse me, not tomorrow.
Well, the cabbage gives me gas.
Right.
And
Well, maybe that's why the women are in motion.
you know what?
So they have that
Go ahead.
leprechaun karaoke. The Kenosha Kilts are playing there at St. Patrick's Day. That's all at Union Park Tavern, 4520 8th Avenue in Kenosha, open 365 days a year from 8 in the morning until legal bar closing time.
Was the Kenosha Kilts? That's not the pipes and drums, right?
No, the pipes and drums have canceled
Yeah,
everything.
Right. Everything. That was they had a bunch of performance. Would have started at noon today, and then they had another slate of 12 places to go on Tuesday, but because of the virus. Now you had a point the other day that you thought farting would help cure the virus.
No, it would spread it.
Oh, it spread it.
Yeah.
However, Dr. Elmo, suppose you pass a little gas that classes up a little, and then you get out of bed and pull the covers over your wife's head.
Well, okay.
That'll work.
Sure.
Yeah, you get her one way or another, right?
Well, we've come across another one. If you keep your blood alcohol level high
High enough.
that virus ain't going to live in your bloodstream. So that's our.
Anyway, also with us for his last time, and we appreciate everything Spider has done for us. He's decided to retire, and God love him. I don't know how much more I want to do this myself. This is coming
being
up.
put out to pasture.
Put out the stud. How's that working for you?
I'll fill that in something.
Coming up in a couple weeks, April 6th is our 24th anniversary of all of this business. So this is 24 years more than I thought I'd ever do this. So, where's my spray? That's good bathroom spray.
Yep.
That comes with the.
Is that for the farts?
Yeah.
It was a paint can. It was sprayed.
Whoops. There was a little streak in my couch there. Anyway, for those who haven't signed on to like us on the Kenosha Today Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at KenoshaToday.com. And for those who are wondering where the status of this morning's secret word, well, we didn't know you could call in, but we don't have one. But we will.
We're going to be working on that this week. So.
Next week. And for those who are curious about the weather and are too stupid enough to look out your window, and you tune into this show,
It's a very blah day out there. Cloudy,
it's going to be cloudy, mid-30s.
little rain maybe.
Very, very, well, it doesn't say no.
It's supposed to say state of the South, I
Yeah.
think. But
And looks like, well, that's the 7th. Where the heck's that 14th? I got the wrong thing here. Anyway, it's cloudy, it's mid-30s, and tomorrow's supposed to get a little warmer.
looking out the weather window here
And for that,
into the.
the WLIP boys got that piped in from CBS News or WISN, whatever.
Yeah, came from Milwaukee, but but we're looking here out into the vast pastures here at Barter Manor, and looks kind of blah out there.
Hey, I was sitting here at the kitchen one afternoon, and you know what comes prancing by? A coyote. Seriously. And
They're everywhere.
This lady posting the woods right down here to the east of me, apparently. I'm going, what's this coyote doing here? He wasn't licking his chops, so naturally I locked the door and said, go away. All right, Emma, we're going to have to substitute the horn for the bell, so this is written in our home office.
Oh, I can ding.
All these big
I'm a dingling,
Written in our home office on the deck at Barter Manor, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category, Kenosha Today's top 10 ways to protect yourself from the coronavirus. Number 10.
Ding.
That's the worst sounding bell I've ever heard. Ding. Don't you have a little chime? Number 10.
Ding.
Wear a hazmat suit when going to a free salad bar. Number 9.
Bong.
Get quarantined with Harvey Weinstein. Number 8.
Bong.
Pass gas and pull the covers over your wife's head. And I remember where I got that from now. 7.
Bong.
Wear a face mask when listening to AM radio. Number 6.
Bong.
Replace tissues with Kenosha Today barf bags. Number 5.
Bong.
Cancel your secret handshake with all the Chinese Charlie drivers. Number 4.
Bong.
Be sure to wash your hands with plenty of fresh KY jelly.
Okay.
3.
Bong.
Feel free to shower with a friend, or actually anybody's friend, because after all, this is an epidemic, and we aren't in crisis mode.
Pandemic.
Pandemic, yeah. Number 2.
Bong.
Sell your stock in big butt toilet paper, and the number 1 way to protect yourself against the coronavirus.
Bong. Bong.
Stockpile Kenosha Today's soap on a rope gift sets. Yeah, we got to have some kind of music to play.
Yeah, we got to figure this out. So it's tough to work with music here because, you get into the royalty situation and stuff, and YouTube has really cracked down on the copyright violations for copyrighted music. So that's why we're using my famous song that I wrote back in 1980, and it was recorded at Kenosha Fest here by my band. It was in back of the old Greco's restaurant by 18th Street and 22nd Avenue. Oh, wow. We were playing on a flatbed truck back there. So
oh, that's now.
it's a adult daycare or something now.
Okay.
I don't know, there it is. But my famous song, "Please Don't Touch Me with That Thing." I was writing about Harvey Weinstein 40 years before he got going with this thing. So,
Well, he was probably doing the
and
same
the
thing
song
him
still
and Bill
holds
Cosby.
up well today. So that's good.
Hey, we'll have to figure out something. By the way, if anybody wants to figure out little twerps for us and give us permission to use it, we'll entertain that thought. This will be the time we'll talk a little sports news, and of course, Major
There
League-
is none.
There is none. I was all prepared, but Yelich signed 9-year contract, 200 and some ungodly amount of money, and then they're deferring some of that to get he gets paid till he's like 50 years old. I personally think that's just too much to pay for one player for a sport that. But as long as people are willing to go to a ballpark and pay $100 for a ticket and $11 or $12 for a beer and basically essentially $300-400 on a game, the player's gonna get it. But he's 29, and how many guys? I hope he does well. He's a real likable guy, and I hope he makes it. And I don't know what the NBA is going to do. They suspended for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whichever. If they're just going to start, and I don't think they're going to make up those games. They're just going to probably just continue where they were.
Just like with the baseball.
Yeah, because
Right.
the playoffs are pretty much ready to start, and
Oh, right.
some of these teams are just riding out the storm anyway. So what's the point? And Major League Baseball.
Hey, the Bucks give Giannis a chance to get healed.
Yeah, that helps him.
Comes out perfect for him.
And,
So.
the Cubs and the Brewers were set to meet on the 26th in Miller Park. Well, I think they just start the season from whenever they want. And there's no reason why the Cubs have to play the Brewers 16 times. I mean, that's really not.
Hey, this was Uke's 50th year for announcing.
Yep. Yeah.
Ron just put it out. Bob Uecker, 50th year in announcing, all with 1-year contracts, I believe.
Yeah.
That's truly amazing. And you know what? Baseball's losing. We don't have the Harry Careys and
Vin Scully.
And Uecker and Ernie Harwell from Detroit, and there was a guy from New York whose name escapes me. But we haven't developed good sports announcers, and I'm probably going to get criticized. But
Joe Garagio.
yeah, well, he wasn't that.
No, he was
Right,
right.
but some of these
Well,
young,
Pat Hughes for the Cubs is pretty good.
Yeah.
So
but some of
he
these
was with
young
the Brewers for a long time.
blonde baseball bunnies that they put to interview these players. These guys know my feeling. Every time I see Pam Oliver, I cringe. And now they got this Sophia, or somebody from the Cubs and somebody from the Brewers, all have their little blonde gal that.
Well, I think they're going to attract women viewers by putting that on there, which I don't know if that works or not. But
A couple years ago, ESPN on their Sunday Night Baseball they teamed this gal who was a Olympic fast pitch player, play-by-play with A-Rod. Well, she was the most boring. He's high in his own, it's just like, so monotone. Well, they finally got rid of her. I mean, but A-Rod was a good speaker, and he knew the game. But that was just.
well, look at Tony Romo. He's just got that $13 million a year with ESPN.
Yeah.
And he's
Well, he's a good-looking guy, and
he's one. The other guy, when I listened to the games on the radio, was James Lofton used to be on there, and he would do what Romo did. He would say, "This is what the next play is going to be," and he would tell him, and he would be right all the time.
Well, you could tell by the
here's what you do.
formation,
Yeah. No, not even that. Based on what happened the play before, he would say, this is what play it's going to run. They're going to run next, even before they got lined up. They would do that. So
that's what people. Spider and I were watching the game one time, and it was a Packer game. I thought it was you when the guys. Mike McCarthy called a run, and I said, that's got to be the dumbest call he's ever made. Oh, here's the guy running 90 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Good call, Mike. Actually, he takes over for,
I-
where's he coaching now? In Cleveland, right? Mike McCarthy?
Oh, Dallas.
Dallas, yeah. This was a new thing that we were going to do, but dopey places to go, idiot people to see, stupid things to do here in Kenosha.
Well, everybody's quarantined now.
canceled, so it takes care of, like you said, almost said.
Scott, I'm thinking, here's an opportunity for us to do. We could find some sport to do right in the yard here at Barter Manor and video stream that. And jarts, yeah, we could have jarts.
You know something? When I got here in 06 for a picnic, I have some jarts out there.
Awesome.
And then I also have a croquet set that's been out here once. So we might have to limit the alcohol if we start playing jarts because, I thought they banned the sale of jarts because.
No, but you can still get the parts, replacement parts, so you can assemble your set just from replacement parts. But they cannot sell the whole thing. Trixie's got a set of jarts too.
I've got some out there. Anyway, since we're not going to talk about that, the stock market plummet, but I think that's going to rebound. You know, people panic, they sell off.
This too shall end is the whole thing, and it's once all this is cleared up, you're going to have all that pent up demand for what's going on in the next 30 days
Gas
here.
prices dropping pretty good.
Yep. Well, that's from a whole separate thing.
Yeah. But when the market went down 15 to 2,000, well, the next day it's coming right back up because people looking for bargains.
Well,
right?
yeah,
They're
there's
buying
buying
back again.
opportunities there, but you know this whole state of emergency, especially the travel industry and travel and recreation is that's going to get hurt. But
Here's a story that I came across in the last couple weeks. Guy's 103 years old, and he marries a 27-year-old female. Oh, there's a
Who's
match.
your daddy?
Who's your daddy and his daddy and his daddy and his daddy? I didn't write the details on that because it was a couple weeks ago and I forgot I even did that. But, 103 on 27. And I guess she's a gorgeous looking gal, so obviously she's in it for the money. Huh?
She worked hard for the money.
Here's a story. Neighbors fight against sober living home. This is in West Virginia. Neighbors said they were shocked to learn that a sober living home opened right across the street from them without the ability to fight its location. More than anything, it's causing anger because we are lied to and weren't told the truth. Sober living home across, and you're complaining? And their thing is because,
no, it's a rehab place.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah,
So
right.
you got alcoholics and drug addicts going in there, so that's what they don't like.
Well,
it's like a halfway house.
In this particular house, there's 5 recovering addicts that are through a program run by the 10 Up Ministries. This is in West Virginia. 10 Up Ministries. And they've been operating as a sober living home for a few months, and I guess the church purchased it. So, and this house is protected by federal housing regulations. So I guess there's nothing that the neighbors can do about it. So, I guess if I was living across from one of these with addicts that could go off and come unhinged, I guess I'd be a little worried about it. Here's a story as we wind down here, Elmo. This is in Sarasota, Florida. A man's behind bars. He was arrested for the 66th time. Kaiser Pontoon, he failed to appear on drug charges, and he's being a felon with a firearm and leading officers on a chase. 66 times. The term mastermind doesn't apply to this Yahoo. At 28 years old, he was arrested more than 6 times. He says anybody can get arrested 40 to 50 times. It takes a professional to get arrested 66 times. This was a story in, I don't know, what is that? Cincinnati, I guess. A woman arrested for adding her inmate boyfriend to the payroll at Long John Silver's. It's in Pennsylvania, who managed a multiple of Long John Silver's locations. She puts her boyfriend on the payroll. That's not it. I guess he was making about $50,000. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if I'd want to eat at Long John Silver's. I mean, nothing against Long John Silver's. We still have one. There was one in Racine at one time, but I thought it
There
burned
used
down.
to be one on the interstate.
On the interstate, no, that's
The one in
It's gone.
Racine burnt down, I think.
I can't remember.
It was right on
No, it was
11.
Red Lobster.
Yep.
Here's something that we're going to see. We're talking about change, going from radio to live streaming. A lot of businesses in some cities are saying no to cash. Everything has to be on a credit card. In fact, some are going the other way around. You have to have cash versus,
Union Park Tavern, cash only.
if you go to Sam's Club I don't think you can pay cash for gas at Sam's Club. It has to be either their Sam's Club card or
Check or something.
no,
Just cash.
it's cash or
Credit.
their credit card or another one. But
No, I had a weird thing happen. I went to Walgreens to buy stamps, amongst some other things. And they keep the stamps in a drawer by the cash register and stuff. And the girl that was the checkout girl had to go take the stamps out of there, scan them, put it back in, lock the drawer up, scan the rest of my stuff, and I had to pay her before she could take the stamps back out. And, so I don't know, people would take them out, they would hand them over and after they got scanned and the people would run out the door or something like that. I don't know what's going on, but that was kind of weird.
Remember when the carriers used to sell them years ago?
Yep.
Well, I can order
You
stamps
just go-
online.
yeah,
I can
sure.
order them online. I have a account with them,
Yeah.
and that's you get 100. That's $55, and then I think they charge you a couple bucks to order them online. But as much as I go over there, doesn't make any difference. Couple stories left, Elmo. Everybody's talking about Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. I can't believe Clinton comes out after all these years and said the affair that he had, 2-year affair that he had with Monica Lewinsky, was to manage his anxieties.
He's pretty anxious.
He ought to be put to sleep. And how painful still when you think about Hillary having to put up with that humiliation, but she
I don't think she cares.
well, as long as she got her check from the Clinton Foundation. I
right,
suppose.
or whatever. She just wants the power. That's all.
Well, Clinton, he's now 73, and this was 2-year affair, began in 95. She was only 22. But, she made a name for herself. But, I just still find it hard to believe that 2 years later, when they're going through all this, oh, look, we have a blue dress, and look, there's some DNA on that. Isn't that,
Heard she's running a cigar shop now.
Well, hey, you got to use your talents, right?
Right.
And of course, we were talking about the crisis we have with toilet paper. And again, I still don't find the logic. I can't come to what the logic is with the toilet paper. And I had a guy tell me he had a friend that bought just a regular bottle of hand sanitizer for, I think it was $10. I guess it was a bigger one. He sold it on eBay. He had 2 of them for $50 each for hand sanitizer.
Well, I heard on a news report this morning, the problem is now that businesses are having trouble with people stealing the toilet paper out of the bathrooms. Restaurants and stuff, and people go in there and steal the toilet paper. Offices, people go in office buildings, are stealing the toilet paper. So, I don't know.
Caper. They probably have to have a lock on the toilet paper roll, and you have to go and get it computerized to open up, and you only get so many wipes. And
Yep.
we're in crisis mode here. And then all of the best disinfectants for combating the disease, Clorox, all of that stuff was all wiped out in the stores. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's all going to pass eventually, as long as they can recognize it, and we'll go from there. One more item. I got this. I think I said I was going to be paid as a surveyor. I better come back to this when I read. I haven't read this in a while.
Hey, that's good show prep there.
Yeah. Well, it's been a couple weeks, and I'll have to figure that out. Because anyway,
You don't have the one. What about the story about that woman that watered the plant, took care of it for 2 years, and when she went to transplant it out of the pot because she thought it was getting too big, and found out it was fake.
that's a sad state of affairs when a person can't put a live plant, not only in the person's home, but when you have to stoop so low to put fake plants on your patio
Yeah.
and in your front porch. Man, nothing can be stupider than that.
Scott, you've got really beautiful plants here. Yeah, right. Touch it once. It's fake. No wonders.
Well, it's the life I live, a fake life. Anyway, Alma, we're going to probably close this up. It was
Good idea.
a good what?
Good idea.
Well, it was a good start.
Yeah.
And once we work through the coops and we get maybe some little music,
Little tweaking here. That's all we need. So.
And how many people did we get up to?
At one time you were at 10, but now you've been holding constant at 6.
Okay.
Constant viewers.
You were looking at that wrong. It was about 980.
Yeah.
That's what you meant to say, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, now they know this thing works. We'll get it put on Facebook and stuff. And
So I guess that's going to wrap it up for the March 14th edition of the Kenosha State Weekly Report.
the Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. We want to thank all our sponsors: Barter's Financial Planning Services, Union Park Tavern, Kenoshans for Open Honest Government, Charlie B's Kids for Cancer Foundation, KRS Pinning and Capo Web Design. What did I do now? Try not to screw it up. Hey, you get what you pay for, right? We've been broadcasting this morning from the Barter Manor studio located at the corner of Happy and What Went Wrong. We also do invite you to join us on Facebook. And so just a reminder that in addition to watching the replay on YouTube at any time you want, we'll still be on Spectrum's Channel 14, Tuesdays at 5 and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. And so from the Barter Manor Studio, we thank you for the privilege of your time. I'm Scotty Barter, and have a very safe and pleasant weekend.
Where do you find the sound again? Where do you got that buried? Where you click on?
What? What?
The music, the sound. The music.
Under the.
Oh, clipboard? Clapboard? Oh, okay.
It's only audio on it, so
Oh,
I took it
okay.
off. I had a video of it. I
Oh,
took it
okay.
off.